This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority. Power in community. This place.
Next item on the agenda is customer comments. Any customer comments? No. Seeing none, we'll go into next recognitions. We received an email from a customer sending thanks for excellent service she received during an after-hours call. Let me see if I can find that. Just wanted to send a thank you for excellent service last night for an after-hours problem. 2 men showed up promptly and found the problem out at the pole and handled it quickly with top-notch customer service. We hated to call them out after hours, but were impressed with their handling of the issue. So, like I said last Friday night, we have members of our team that do great work. Like she said, they came out after hours and took care of their problem, and I think we are known for that. So, always good to have a shout out for somebody who helped. I don't know who was on call that night. They took care of it. And probably everybody in this room has had an issue that somebody's taken care of, or you help somebody out. So, kudos to our staff. Next item, specific action items on the agenda. First of all, consider approval of revisions to TUA policies P013, P014, P015, and P008A on the second reading. Do we need to go over that anymore?
Well, I'll just say that last month you all approved on the first reading these 4 policies with the long recommendation of basically in the residency requirement policy stating that we will use Google Maps as the reference. So we added that to the policy, and then also brought tonight 3 different maps that shows the distance: 20 minutes, 35 minutes, and 55 minutes. So each category, how far out you'd be able to live. Other than that, the policies are the same as last month.
Could I get a motion to approving these revisions on the second reading?
So moved. Second.
We got a proper motion and a second. Any other discussion? The only thing that go ahead.
Just extremely minor issues. That's on the residency requirements at the bottom. It reads all employees must comply with these residency requirements within 6 months of accepting employment. I think that's meant to be within. That's, never mind. Just,
What page is that on, Mr. Shannon?
yeah, at the bottom of one of two residence requirements,
All right.
like what, 4 pages from the end, something like that? Yeah. 4
Within, yes. We'll get that.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. English major.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
You're right.
Preposition within. Would within be a preposition?
Could be.
You're the Vanderbilt.
Did anybody else say anything?
I didn't major in English.
Oh, anyway, it's,
Thank you for knowing that. We'll get it taken care of.
thank you.
Anything else? Got a proper motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, that is approved on second reading. Next item is to consider approval of the one-time TUA Roundup Program Award. Let's get a motion on that.
I so move.
And a second.
I guess should we read it?
Well, let's get a proper motion and second, then we'll discuss it.
Second.
All right, we got a proper motion and a second. Now we'll get our president to tell us all about this.
So TUA has more than 9,000 customers that contribute to the Roundup program. The committee met and felt, because we have such a large participation from our customers, that it's only fair that we try to allocate some funds to each and every charity that requested it. The difference you will see here from the email I sent out is the Tullahoma Daycare Center applied, but applied late. So we went back and took a couple $100s from a few different charities. That way we can allocate the Tullahoma Daycare $1,000.
That's a good move, because they're very deserving. It's really great.
Can you tell us who all's on that committee that decides this?
Yes, that was myself, Shannon, Chris Truhoff, Bradley Zeal, and Tim Howell.
Good deal. I think that's good work.
Absolutely.
Well, that's
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say that's employees from all different departments.
I'm not familiar with coming to the table. What exactly is that?
Come to the table is Gloria Dameron, and
Oh,
every
yeah.
I didn't know the name of it.
every Tuesday they'll provide a free meal, basically no questions asked anyone that walks in the door.
I'd just like to make a statement. You know, we have numerous organizations that contribute to our residents and those in need. And I think this is good. I just want to make this statement myself. You know, we may not can give all they need or want, but I think it says a lot that we're trying to help each one of them. So.
Any other comments? Thank you for the committee for doing good work there. We have a proper motion and a second. We've discussed it, and all in favor of this, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Seeing none, that passes unanimously. We're going to push right into committee reports. Policy Committee. Do I have anything new? Not since you brought us all the policy. Thank you for your policy. Rate Committee. Rate Committee has not met, but probably will here soon, you think? All right, we're going to push right into departmental reports. Alan.
So tonight I get to bring the marketing report as Miss Emma's out under the weather. So keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Marketing has had a very busy December. They participated in the Christmas parade. We had a bucket truck and a nice float decorated up. Kelly decorated our trees of Christmas that's down at South Jackson. I hope everyone got a chance to see that.
That was really nice. That was very nice.
If you didn't, we have pictures, and Kelly pretty much took that on herself, and it turned out phenomenal. Coffee County Leadership, we have 3 participants, Brad Zeal, Emma, and Kyle Riddle. Well, this past Wednesday, Coffee County Leadership came to TUA, and they had lunch here, and all of our senior staff spoke, and then they did a tour of TUA. So we hosted Coffee County Leadership on Wednesday, And they have started broadcasting the home THS basketball games. So marketing has been very busy. Any questions about marketing? Brian?
Got a few updates on electric and fiber. Our daily projects has been keeping all of our crews busy. With just a couple of the projects they've been doing is staked and gathered GPS points, as well as completed various pole change-outs and line extensions, both overhead and underground. They've completed numerous service installs for new homes, and I know of last week it was roughly 10, and maybe even 12 to 13 as of this week. Our AMI update, we do have 12 meters installed and receiving data. The change-out form within the map engine program is complete. We have a process in place to merge the read data from the change-outs to the local government billing system. Bradley in the engineering department has finalized the process for the meter change-outs, and we're actually expecting a shipment of meters either hopefully by the end of this month or definitely early January. We do have a small area out in the Emerald Meadows subdivision that we want to use as a pilot area, where we can kind of perfect the process and make sure we don't run into any hurdles as we do that. Kind of some subdivision updates. We're kind of in a holding pattern with the Legacy, Pines, and Stillwater. Engineering has received updated maps and has a conduit design for the Sagewood subdivision, and hopefully the developer is going to start on that early January as well. Fiber-wise, Light 2 was up 8 for November. And actually the group back there is put forth a lot of effort over the last few weeks. We have updated our Calyx management system, which is the management system that runs our OLTs and the equipment that is at each customer's home. We've also upgraded the E7 platform, which is the access brains, so to speak, here at the head end. And I kind of give a big shout out to them because I've used to do this for years and years. This is done overnight, so it starts at 12 or 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So it takes a lot of work and dedication and perseverance to do this kind of stuff late at night. We also installed some new fiber on Country Club Drive in front of the Pines, and this is to service those new houses that are facing Country Club. And we unfortunately had to make some repairs at the LCP cabinet on Turkey Creek Road and then the LCP cabinet out on East Lincoln for some fiber damages. And we had to do those overnight as well because we had to take down multiple customers to repair this. It was damaged by rodents. Staff recognitions. Yeah. So Dennis Womack and Dustin Cheney actually completed their Lab 5 of the TV PPA apprenticeship, so they are journeyman linemen now. And Logan Buckner has completed his Lab 2 of the TV PPA apprenticeship.
Very good. Good deal. Can I ask you a question? This may not be in your work. I noticed I live off of Wilson Avenue, and they're doing all that construction.
Yes, sir.
And I think all the power lines are being done by some other subcontractors primarily. In doing something like that, is there any benefit to try to put that stuff underground when they have a chance?
The answer is yes. There would be a huge benefit, but it's so costly because you would have to upsize your conductor to copper, and the size copper that would have to be put in there is about $30 a foot. So, and from basically Wilson, First Avenue back east is being done by a contractor, but from First Avenue out to where the new subdivision is going was done in-house by our guys. Yep.
I was just thinking, of course, it's a state project.
Yep.
When the state does that, can you not put a bug in their ear or encourage them to do it? Because we're using their money, which apparently they got a boo-boos of it.
So
I understand.
the state on this project is reimbursing, but we are making a portion of that line better, and we have to pay the betterment cost.
Yeah.
So they will only pay for as
Basic.
is. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that, if there's any way to incorporate it underground, and I understand and what you say, the expense, but
And all new subdivisions are underground.
yeah, I've seen that, and I think that's awesome.
Any other questions? Thank you. All right, thanks.
Mr. Jason, tell us all about our finances.
All right, so in the admin department, we've got a few things going on. Right now, on the Avoca Road force main, we're working with the SRF funding. We're sending in our requests for disbursements for those, because we do have that loan through the state to cover that project. We've done 3 of those so far, and we received 2 of those payments. Right now, with the electric AMI conversion, we've been working with Brian and his team through all the testing. We're testing with local government, with our current Mueller system, because they will be kind of running at the same time. So we're working to ensure that we have everything tested and properly prepared for it. We are preparing for a conversion for our software. Right now, we are working with NISC to get a good curriculum for our employees to start training. So that's what I have a meeting Thursday for that. So we're trying to be prepared for that. One thing I wanted to point out, employee uniforms. I'm sure y'all saw some of them. We have a few here wearing those uniforms now. We've got Jason and Brian over there. Those were a great motivator for the employees. Everybody seemed to like them. They feel, it's amazing something as small as that could actually have that big of an impact for our employees. So that's one of the better things that we've done. And we're still working with our provider on that, making sure that we have the allotments done, the allowances, and we keep those updated for the employees. And we're working, one of the big things we've been working on is to improve our customer service. They do a good job, but we're looking to expand and improve that. So you should notice a change. We've really focused on that, and we're going to provide them with training and really encourage them to really improve customer service. Just looking for ways to help our customers. And then we're also working amongst these projects. We're working to close out our November month so that we can prepare our November financials. It usually runs about a half a month behind as far as when we close it out, because we're paying all the bills from the previous month. Has anybody got any questions?
We're good, thank you. John?
Well, we met with the contractor that's doing the work on the Sagewood subdivision on Short Springs Road that's going to be doing the water and wastewater work for the developer out there. Had a pre-construction conference with them, and again, they're scheduled to get started on that pretty soon. We also had a pre-construction with Prince Utility on our East Lincoln water line replacement project that we hopefully get started on here real soon. We're still inspecting the SRF of Avoca Road project, the sewer force main and pump station project. The contractor is virtually complete with the installation of the pipe, but there's still a ton of work to do. They've still got to do all the testing. They've got to install the pump station, and also there's a major manhole they have to replace over there kind of behind the baseball field where this line ends up. Dale and I, and also Patty, attended the Duck River Symposium earlier this month. Had all the stakeholders there, had lots of good programs and interesting things, and it was brought up that the governor has recently signed an executive order that establishes a Duck River Planning Partnership and introduces initiatives to implement plans and programs to promote and protect the resources of the Duck River watershed, which includes the water supply portion. So that obviously interests us, and hopefully we can get some good things going on that. Dale and I also met with the Metro Moore Utility Department here last week. We sell them water out Cobb Road, which is the extension of West Lincoln. If you go out there about, oh gosh, a couple of miles, we have a metering station there. They are asking for a lot more water at that location, which we really can't do at the moment. But again, they're looking at this at long range anyway, or the next several years. But to be able to provide the water they want, we would have to replace nearly 3 miles of pipe at a cost of about $2 million. And they're looking at their options. They're looking at either having to upsize their water plant and run a whole bunch of new lines themselves, or possibly pay us to be able to provide it for us. So that's ongoing, and we'll hear back from that hopefully soon.
Scott, is that part of the equation? They were talking about all the users with the Duck River. So is that already kind of part of the equation, or is that an added withdrawal?
No, it wouldn't
the
be
Duck
an
River?
It really wouldn't affect that. One good thing about us is, of course, we're above the dam.
Yeah.
So we don't really have any really negative effects on the river flows. Yeah, they are more concerned about new intakes actually on the river and everything. They do kind of include us in that, but again, we really have very little effect.
Metro More needs, any chance Jack Daniels needs more?
No, it's actually for their own growth. And, they're like everybody else, they're growing.
Where are they drawing their water? Out of creek or out of Elk River?
They actually get their water out of Tim's Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, their water plant, I think they're at near, I don't really know, but I'm assuming they're at kind of near their capacity. And in order to expand their plant, I think they'd have to upsize the line coming from the lake and also build new lines coming out. I think they're just looking at options.
Be more than $2 million.
Right. They could also buy some from Winchester. So, it's kind of all up in the air right now, but that's just something they're studying. Right.
Thank you. All right. That's all the departments, right? All right, and we're going to get into board member comments. Mr. Stanton, I'll start with you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays, everybody. First of all, TEA commercial. Everybody seen the TEA commercial?
Very good.
Outstanding.
Saw it
Very
Friday.
good.
Outstanding.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely. We had an outstanding TUA Christmas celebration Friday night. It was neat to see many of our employees get recognized who had 5 years, 10 years, 15, up to 40 years, I believe. And nice to see them get recognized for all their contribution to TUA. Certainly this time of year when the weather gets worse and worse and worse, we want to thank our technicians on the outside who are doing tough work in the mornings, for example, when we're sleeping, they're working. And also all other employees, those who work with the public in the TUA building, thank them for that. And the Roundup program. I'm sure everybody's proud of the Roundup program to take care of 13 charities here in town, to contribute to them. It's a wonderful thing, but who's really doing it? Our ratepayers, our 9,000, as the President said, our 9,000 TUA ratepayers. So thanks to all of you who have participated in the Roundup program. That's all I've got, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Mr. Northcutt.
Sir, December 10th had my last meeting of the year with the APPA policymakers committee that I'm on. We meet monthly, and it's by Zoom meeting, but the interesting thing this meeting was, it looks like we finally have some serious movement on, bipartisan movement, on permitting reform. The overarching federal regulations that makes permitting so tough, looks like, and I think this will sustain through the change of administrations, because the people that are pushing this on both sides are going to still be there. So it looks like probably by the time that we go to the legislative rally in February, we should see something coming down the pipe. And so that's been a 3-year long push, and it's been tough, and it's really needed to help us and other growing cities and regions. And so the big thing is to remove a lot of the federal, it's duplicate regulations on a lot of this, and it's just stagnated everything, costs had gone up. So I was really excited about that. Maybe you all aren't, but you will be. So, and I also, too, of course, I always enjoy the Christmas parties. And getting to see all the employees, and it's an upbeat thing, and everybody having fun, and it's just good to see. Lastly, it's been this has been a very busy, long, and tough year. And again, I want to just applaud this board. Also, Mary Norris, who was on this board. This board stood tall, and we worked together through a very tough period of time. And I want to thank you all for that during the time that I was the chair of this board. It just shows what people can do, even if they don't agree all the time, but have the entity that they serve in mind more so than their individual selves. And so I just want to thank you all. We come up here late at night, and we rush out, and we have bring Alan in and throw him back out, but through it all, it's been good. And Alan, I want to thank you for wanting to step in and for the job that you're doing. Amazing job, and all the rest of the leadership here. But I just want to thank, and I want to pass it on to the employees. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy on employees when there are big changes. It's not. Shannon, I want to thank you, because I know that you took the brunt of that too, and so just thankful for everyone that's involved with this organization. Again, it's an amazing organization. Change is inevitable. Change is going to happen. None of us like it too much, but a lot of times change can be good too. So, and I want to also take this time, I know Brian's not watching, but thank Brian Scout for his leadership, for allowing Jason at the time that he came in to get the knowledge and the education that he needed to do what he does now. So, and lastly, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. I would like to ask each one of us to not forget what Christmas is about. I'm older now, so I don't worry about all the gifts. So, so just in a serious way, just remember what Christmas is about. Remember those that are less fortunate. I know people that are going through a hard time, not only financially, but you may know people that have lost someone at this point in time here. Not just this year, but in previous years. Holidays are tough for those that have lost family members. So that's all I have, and again, thank everyone, and happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you, JT. Mrs. Dean.
So I appreciated going to the Duck River Symposium. It's maybe not specific to a lot of the things that we do, but it's really great background. It's kind of, where my general interests lie. So it was just really fascinating to hear the background, and we live in such a special area. We really do. And there's such focus, state from across the state, across the nation. The Duck River is really a special place, and TUA has a special place in part in managing that river, and there will be changes coming down the pike in the future, but understanding the whole process is important. I received my Tennessee Connections, so I think that's a really great magazine again, and I applaud Alan for having information on here. Also newspaper opinion piece. So I think we're really following one of our core strategic goals about getting TUA out in front and having people understand that the community owns TUA. We are a part of the community. We are owned by the community. We're dedicated to the community. And so with all the new marketing marketing efforts and the magazine. I just think, Emma's doing a great job and Alan's doing a great job overseeing all that. And, our employees are just so, when they're out in the community, they just do such a great job representing us. So, that's really special. The Christmas party was fun. I think that's a really great way to kind of bring the year to a close and celebrate, help our employee families celebrate as well. So I think that's probably it. Merry Christmas to all.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Tillman.
I want to thank Alan for carting me around in the meeting that we met in Brentwood. I'll have to state this. A lot of it was over my head. But what was really impressive is the fact that a lot of the comments and things that are being done, meters and all this stuff that was being thrown out, I don't know what we did. We've done it. Hey, Alan, where we stand in this, we're working on it. So it indicated to me that we are definitely in line with where we need to do what we need to do. And though I didn't understand the kilowatts, megawatts, and all the gigabytes and all this kind of stuff, it was informative to the point of it gave me an opportunity to sit with Alan for 8 hours, and he had to tolerate me in a truck when he drove me back home. I am always thankful for the things that I've learned it on the Tullahoma board and this board, the things that we do to reach out to our employees. To me, that is what helps show appreciation and also helps people to willing to stay with you. And I definitely commend that. I'm sorry I missed the Christmas party. I'm sure it was great. I had an opportunity to eat lunch with the employees of the Tullahoma board, and those are really big things in a certain way, even though they may seem little. And I appreciate this board's support of it. Other than that, this is a time to think about what Christmas is all about. My granddaughter's 3 years old, absolutely terrified of Santa Claus. Wow. Terrified. We started asking her tonight, what do you want Santa? And she didn't even want to talk about it. But I'll tell you what she does. We have a nativity scene, and she sure knows who baby Jesus is. And that's what it's all about.
That's exactly right.
I wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a safe, Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bridget.
Well, I'll wrap it up from the board perspective. It's been a great year, been a busy year, ups and downs, but I think we're on the right trajectory. I also attended the Christmas party Friday night. It was a lot of fun. We had a new form of entertainment, was very entertaining. I think everybody that was involved in getting that together, I know Shannon was probably on the top of the list of making that happen. Thank you. I had a lot of fun. Janelle had a lot of fun. I think everybody enjoyed it immensely. Like I said at the banquet, this place does not run without our employees. And we thank them. We probably don't thank them enough. But like I said, you get up in the morning, you have a hot shower. Thank the employees. You have electricity, thank the employees. Your cable is running, your light tube, your internet, that doesn't just happen. That takes, some leadership, and it takes everybody involved in this organization. We appreciate it from the citizens of Tullahoma. I appreciate it, so continue to do good work. We thank you all for it. It is the Christmas season. A lot of people will be out traveling. Be careful. Get to wherever you're going safely and get back to us safely. Enjoy your family. Hold them tight. because you never know what tomorrow brings. And family is important, maybe more important than going to a ball game. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and that's all I have. And we'll turn it over to Alan.
Just a few things. One, I want to recognize Brian Langham. I know you all seen the email, but Brian stepped in and, JT was talking about it, difficult times here. And he's been serving as the interim director of electric. And just this week, or last week, we promoted him to vice president of fiber and electric. Yeah, and it's well deserved. It's like I said in my email, we look for people that are humble, hungry, and smart, and he really shows all three of those attributes. Congratulations to JT. I don't know if you're aware, but you have been awarded another term on the Policymakers Council.
Yes.
Okay. I seen that email.
Well, I don't know after tonight, I may just jump. Thank you.
I meant to discuss earlier the YouTube views of the Christmas parade. We had over 1,500 people watch the parade on our YouTube feed. Scott Young's got one meeting left next month. So we've got a good succession plan there. Internal employees moving up, and then we've hired someone from the outside to be prepared in 2 to 3 years when said employee retires. Scott has done, I hate to say double duties, probably triple duties. He's been our safety guy. How long have you been the safety guy?
Since 97,
So
something like that, I don't know.
27 years. And, TUA's grown a lot. We have 86 employees, and more than half of those work out in the field. And safety being our top core value, is we're looking and searching hard for a full-time safety director. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to our employees because they raised $4,700 Friday night for Heart to Heart Fund. And Heart to Heart is an employee fund here internally that they give back to people that can't pay their electric bill, or they donate to the Angel Tree. It's normally we'll raise around $2,000 at the Christmas party for Heart to Heart, and this year they gave $4,700. So just a huge shout out to our team, and Merry Christmas.
What's that?
Do we have any customer comments that came online? No? Anybody else here have anything? We have nothing else to come before the board. I adjourn this meeting.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stopped to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority. Power in community.